New at 10 this Labor Day weekend. Many of you may be enjoying a 3-day weekend on holiday brought after a labor movement that changed how we work. Now, nearly 100 years later, some feel we're on the brink of another labor movement, a change that could make 3-day weekends permanent. ABC 13's Nick Notario took a look at how some businesses are moving to 4-day work weeks, and if your job could be headed that way, too.
The idea of spending fewer days on the job almost sounds too good to be true.
I think everybody should work 4 days anyway, Monday through Thursday. Yeah. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the weekend. We need a 3-day weekend.
A lot of these days, we just focus more on work and work, trying to pay bills. Everything's getting more expensive. Having that extra day allows more time with family.
For some employees, it's not a dream, but a reality. Swash Labs founder Josh Bergeron made the switch nearly 2 years ago.
Starting in January of 2022, we decided to go to a full 4-day work week with no reduction in pay or benefits.
The advertising company based in Texas found letting workers have an extra day off wasn't a loss in revenue. Instead, the past 2 years have been the company's best ever.
Once you start living this kind of life and working this sort of way, it's incredibly difficult to go back, and there's not really a strong case for doing so because everyone's more productive and healthier and happier and better rested, and they have more time.
It's not alone.
To do
a recent study by 4-Day Week Global studied 41 U.S. and Canadian companies that went to 4-day work weeks. It discovered nearly all participants liked the extra day off, 70% felt less burned out, and 40% felt less stress. Findings that didn't surprise shock your potential CEO, Michael Sherlock, who says remote work during the pandemic showed shorter work weeks are possible.
As we see the evolution, for instance, of people that work from home Mondays and Fridays and in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're already seeing the model for how we can adapt in many different situations. So
some employers are making the shift. Sherlock says it's too early to say if it makes sense.
Most good studies are very large-scale studies with a lot of different data points in them that happen over a long period of time. And we don't have a lot of long-term data on this.
However, Sherlock says a 4-day work week may be coming sooner than you think.
Do I think that in my lifetime I'm going to see a vast majority of companies doing that? Yes, I do. And I think that that's because we're going to see people learning how to operate differently, but also the world is changing.
If you're interested in your employer doing this, Sherlock says talk to your boss. Don't just say you want an extra day off. Instead, explain why this would be beneficial. Discussion Swash Labs had a few years ago.
You're still paying someone for 40 hours, but they're only working 32. How can you afford to do that?
You just do it.
A strategy of paying for less work is actually allowing them to earn even more.
I think it's reflective of the future of work. So I don't have any plans for going back.
An idea that is too good to be true, and one that could be spreading to more workers soon. Nick Notario, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.